Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. So guys, previously I have discussed about classes and objects in Python. That's an OOPS concept, advanced series of Python. If you have not watched that video, do check out that video. That video link will be in this particular video description as well as in this iCard session. And now let's not waste our time. Let's dive into our Jupyter notebook. And also I have created an Telegram account for you all. You can join the Telegram account. That particular Telegram account link will be in this video description. So let's start. Firstly, what is inheritance? Inheritance is nothing but inheriting the properties of a parent class to the child class. Don't worry, I'll be giving you all an article related to this in which you will be having a definition and a detailed example. Don't worry, that article link also will be in this particular video description. So let us understand the inheritance with the help of Python coding now. And yeah, let me just lamely tell you all what is the use of inheritance. The main use of inheritance is code reusability. For example, if you are having if I'll just show here itself, if A is having 10, 20, 30, for example, this is an website, just think for a while, and B wants 20. So then why we need to again type the entire code of 20, because we already have a website in which that particular 20 is present. So we can just directly inherit the properties of that particular 20 using this inheritance concept. This is the main use of using inheritance. So now let's not waste our time. So let's dive into the topic. There are three types of inheritance. First one, SINGLE, single level inheritance. Multiple inheritance. And multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. So we are done with this now. Let me just mark it out. You will be getting this code, this entire code which I am typing. That also you will be getting very soon. Don't worry about that. So these are our three types. So let this to be the same. Let us now go with single level inheritance. What is single level inheritance? Nothing but when a child class inherits the only one property or else from one parent class is called a single level inheritance. So let us see that with an example. Easily telling, if a child inherits the properties of only one parent class, will take here parent. So def underscore, just press tab, you will get it, init, open bracket, self. About self I have told you previously in the classes and objects itself. A comma B comma C. Okay, now if I give self dot A is equals to A, self dot B is equals to B, see, done. This one we know already, priorly we have discussed about this. Now we will create another def function here. Def, this is a test one, test self print, this is test parent class. I hope only this much is enough for us for this particular example. So class parent def init self abc, self dot a is equals to a, b, c, we have discussed about this. Now we will call parent is equals to Yeah, before this let us even type the child class here itself. So now we'll take another class. Child. So I'll take child, and we are gonna inherit this, for this the properties of a parent class. Copy this, and now just you are gonna type def okay, test, and we are gonna print first child class. Now execute this. Okay. Now let me to bring the output for you all. Parent open. So if I directly run this, it is asking for 3 arguments. So these 3 positional arguments are missing. Let me to give those 1, 2, 3. So let me run this. So this got run successfully. Now if I type ch is equals to child, run, see that same, it is giving you all the error. So now let me explain the code, then I'll tell you what is the solution for this error. So here we have created a parent class. From the parent class we have given all these particular objects, and then we have even given this def function, that is print. This is a first parent class. So this is done, but let's come to this main important topic here. We have created another class here called as child class. So in this child class, you can see here we have just inherited the properties of parent class. So we have not given this self A, B, C, everything we have not mentioned here, but it is asking for us because this directly inherit this properties of this particular parent class to this child class. You are getting my point? So it is showing you all this. Now if I give again same here, like let me give here 4, 5, 6, and let's execute this. So it got executed. Now ch dot a, it's giving you 4. Now so if I check that ch dot test, okay, so this is giving me, this is a first child class. If I go for parent dot test, this is a first parent class. You can see here it is not overwriting, it is just taking the properties of that, that's all. So this is the main use of single level inheritance. I guess you got it with this basic example. If you have not got it, you can check out this again. So now let us go to multiple inheritance, our second topic. Let me just give you the small definition of multiple inheritance. When a child class inherits from multiple parent class is called multiple inheritance. I guess you got my point. In single level inheritance, it just takes only the properties of one parent class, but here it can take the parent class of multiple parents. It inherits the properties of multiple parents. So now let us discuss this with an example. For multiple parent class. You all will feel difficult without seeing classes and objects if you directly come to inheritance. If you have not watched the classes and objects, go do check out it and watch it out. So let us go with the example now. Class C1 object. So I'm just taking this one as a class 1. Def underscore, I'll give it an init, and I'll give self, and let me give it a bit different code. So we have taken here a self, and after that let us type self dot string 1 equals to, I'll type Sai Kumar, my name itself, and I'll just give it as a print. This is class 1. This will be my class 1. Getting my point? And enter. Now let us create class 2 now. Same, we'll give again here object, and we'll again give a def function, def underscore init self dot str2, I guess, yeah, str2 is equals to subscribe the channel. For more content, do subscribe this channel. And next, support me, print class 2. So this will be class 2. Now let us go with derived class. Let me first type the code completely, then I can explain you all in a better way. Class derived. So this will be taking the properties of class 1 comma class 2. Enter. Def. Again same underscore init self. So this is just taking those properties, and now we are going to call that particular constructors, that's all. C1 dot underscore init self, calling class 1. The same we are gonna call for class 2 also now. And we are gonna just change it to C2. Now print derived. So this one we are gonna print as print derived. So this is done until here. Now we are finally gonna call def all self print str1 comma str2 self.str2. let me execute this. Yeah, this got executed successfully. Now let me explain the code first. So first we have created a class called C1 with the object that we are gonna give a string here, and C2 which contains another string. Then we have created a derived class in which both C1 and C2 properties are inherited, and we are just calling those particular C1 and C2 here. And finally we are gonna call again a def function, and we are gonna just call all the string which is an input available in that. Let me practically show you with an example, you will get the understanding very well. So let me give output is equals to derived. Let me execute this. So when I give output is equals to derived, it is giving me that it contains class 1, class 2 and derived. So these two properties are inherited and formed as a derived class. Now if I again give output is equals to all, and if I close this and run, okay, we have already given derived, so we have already derived that class, so output dot all is fine, I guess. Derived object has no attribute s1. Okay, st1 str string. See, you can see here I got it. It was just a spelling mistake. Here I have not given R, so I have given the R. Now the output is fine. So when I call the derived, I am getting all the classes and which class it has got derived. And when I call that particular string, it is taking this both the string and it is giving me Sai Kumar subscribe the channel. So that's all. This is the main use of multiple inheritance. You can inherit the properties of multiple classes. Now let us go to our third and final example, and that is third class. Multi-level inheritance. So this also, let me first tell you all the definition. The multi-level inheritance includes the involvement of at least 2 or more classes. So here we will be like inheriting properties from more than 2 or more classes. So now let us see that with an example. I'll just type the code firstly. I'm typing the code in front of you all because you all should again not tell me that I have just copied the code, pasted here and explained. Class parent will be creating a class and object def underscore init. Just type along with me, you will get a better understanding when you execute it. Even you will feel a bit enjoyed. Here we will be taking self name comma self comma name, and we will be taking self dot name is equals to name. So we have already created a class with the name. Now we'll go with another def, that is to get back the name. Get name, and we'll be giving this again as self, and we'll be passing return self dot name. Done. Okay, this class is created now. So parent class is done. Let us go with child class. So it will be inheriting the properties of parent, and we'll take again a def function, tab init underscore init. Now we'll take self comma name, and we are gonna take again a new topic called as age. So age is taken, dot name and age here, and we'll go to enter now. So parent, we have to get the parent to be inherited here. Parent dot underscore properties to be inherited. Init, and then we'll be giving self comma name, and we'll be giving self comma age also. Age is equals to age. We have not called age, so now let us go back and let us call age now. Def get age is equals to self, will be calling from self only. So return self dot age self dot age. So age is done, second class is done. Now we have to create the final class, that is multiple class we are creating, right? So class, we'll take this as grandchild In this we will be inheriting the properties of child class and def underscore init self comma name comma age comma address. We'll take address here and we'll now inherit the properties of child class. child dot underscore init self comma name comma age. We are about to get it to end. I'll explain the code. Self dot address is equals to address. Finally done. Now let us go to the final def function. Def get ress get address self return self dot address, and let us execute the code. So now the code has got completely executed. Let me to check this out and explain now. Let me to explain this firstly. So we have created a class called parent class which has an object. So we have taken init and name. So we have inherited the name and we have given here return to get the name as an output. Then we have created a child class and we have inherited the properties of a parent class, this particular class, and we have asked name comma age. So here again we don't need to give a return for name because we have already inherited here and we have even will be getting the output here. This same properties will be inherited to this and we'll get the name output here itself. And then we have called age. After this we have even called grandchild. So grandchild is nothing but child. So here what happens is a parent is got inherited to this child. So this child is again getting inherited to this grandchild. Nothing but these both classes are combined and formed as this particular class. Properties are combined. So def init self name age address. So we have given all this. Self name comma age is done. So address we have given here, defined here, and we have even given a return for address now. So now we have executed this now, and now if I call output is equals to, if I call child and execute this, so it is asking 2 position arguments is missing. Output is equals to parent. So 1 position argument is missing. Here what happens, I am just calling this particular class, so it is saying 1 parent is missing, that is name. When we come to child class, I am calling this parent as well as the child, so it is asking 2 position argument, name and age is missing. So let me now first execute this, then I will explain the child class. First we will go with parent here. So parent, I will give name as, whose name, randomly I will give a name as Ram. So parent class is done. Let us go to child class. So what happens in child class, if you just give age, will it accept? It will again throw you an error that age is missing this time. So it is considering this 21 as an name. So here again we have to give name comma age, so that will be 21. You can either give it in string format or else you can directly give it is your wish. You can even remove this string, it is not an big deal, it will even take that also. So here both are done. Now we'll go to our final, that is child class. Output is equals to grandchild. If I execute this, it is asking 3 position argument. Here I have to give RAM, comma 21, comma address as Bangalore, enter. So finally this is done. Now how we are gonna print this? So we are gonna print output dot get name firstly, then we'll go to output dot get age, comma output dot get address. Now if I print this, okay, it's done. Now we have, okay, these all are, it is giving you the memory location where it is saved. So to get the output, let us give here one open bracket, close bracket. Here also same. Here also it will be the same. Yeah, run. You got it. RAM 21 Bangalore. So it is done. So I hope you all understood this single level inheritance, multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance. Don't worry, if you have not got this topic, it is not a big issue. Check out the video again and try the examples by yourself from your hand. If you try to do 2 examples, you will definitely get it out. So friends, that's all for today's video. Do like, share and subscribe the channel, and do join the Telegram account. The Telegram account link will be in this particular video description. Thank you all.